Welcome to Trial by Podcast, where a bunch of self-proclaimed experts discuss A Song of Ice and Fire and Game of Thrones and tend to shit on the show. I am Philip, an admin on Donalnoy. Everyone else who's here, introduce yourselves. Starting with Tim.
I'm Tim, I also admin on Donalnoy.
I'm Devin, Wandering Crow on Donalnoy as well.
I'm Malcolm, admin of Rhaegar Targaryen and Oberyn Martell, and about 1,000 other random pages, including some of the Harpy.
McCracken.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm McCracken, former admin of Phil McCracken until I got banned for 30 days for calling Gendry a depth-lacking faggot, which he is. Now it looks like I'm taking refuge on banned from Phil McCracken until I set up a new page, because I don't want to wait 30 days to get unbanned by Zuckerberg.
Okay. And lastly, our guest, Sean.
I'm Sean, aka Shrek. I'm admin. I'm admin on Aaron Gendry, no shipping zone.
Good. Right, so today we're discussing episode 2, which has totally, just aired in the UK today.
It hasn't aired yet in the UK.
Shut up, Tim, they don't know that.
Don't worry about it. And to stop... Damn, you're ruining the illusion.
Right. Yeah, we're recording this on Sunday. We will be uploading it on Monday. So it's relevant.
We have a nice...
Well, I already told everyone on the page that we're
so that way it's
uploading it because we've already seen it.
Right, it's true. It's true.
Right.
Don't worry about it.
So, opening scene was Arya arriving at Braavos and the House of Black and White. So, thoughts about Arya finally showing up?
It was
About time.
Her entry to Braavos wasn't as cool as when Stannis did last season. It wasn't.
But that's because Stannis loves Stannis' life.
You didn't
I have
have
a
the
question.
Stannis music playing.
Is
Well, yeah,
anything
well, that
better
and,
than Stannis doing it?
Stannis wasn't really even impressed by the Titan. He just kind of looked up at it.
He came in and was like, look at that.
Just no, don't even do that.
That's because Stannis is at the wall. He's seen Tormund's member.
Yeah, but he saw
Before he went to the wall.
After he saw the Titan of Braavos. Yeah. So that wouldn't work.
But he saw it in the flames.
Fair enough.
It was just good. She walked up to the door, was like, knock, knock, and then they opened it and told her to fuck off. And she, and she fucked off for a little bit.
Yeah. That's literally all that happened. She kind of paced
It was weird.
There was a
It
nice,
was swell.
there was a nice bit of time lapsing.
Although,
I have something to say about it.
Yeah?
The kindly man looked like shit and I hated it.
Was
Did
that
It's
King?
well,
the
it's
same
because he wasn't
actor
the
as
kindly
Jacket.
man. He was the, get the fuck out of my garden, man. That's what it was like. It was like she'd, kick the football over his back garden, and then, she was trying to get it back, and it's like, fuck off, you little rat shit. Like,
No, when he was about to take his face off, I thought they were going to do the same as the books, and it'd just be like a skull with a worm crawling
Yeah, that's
through.
what I wanted. That's what I was hoping for. It would have been really cool. And I'm just like,
That's Jack and
I'm not Jack McGaw.
yes, you are. Sure.
I'm not Jack in the car.
And everyone got
I'm not
really
Jack in
scared.
the car. I'm just
I don't
Jack
care. I'm
Ball.
just going to think of him as Jack and not care what the script says.
Is it the actor for Jackin?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he look much different, or no?
no.
Wow.
He's pretty much
I don't
identical.
have the white hair. I think, but
Hasn't really aged in 3 years.
that's what happens when you're an adult. So he's the opposite of Bran. Yeah.
Some would say he's the reverse.
Oh God. Why not like Bran at all? A man is not like Bran at all. In fact, one might say a man is the exact reverse.
Flash references.
I'm just gonna say that I'm actually kind of happy that I don't have to see Bran any this season.
Yeah.
Why?
I know, Malcolm. Go on. You must be glad to see Dario's backstory.
I loved it. That's my favorite part of the season.
so far.
Well, there's a lot more to go. You could see
Yeah, they're
potentially
really
better
expanding his
WO
character. I
scenes.
really enjoy it.
Mentioning him with strong belt lads. Who needs strong belt lads?
Exactly. Who needs strong belt lads and you can just talk about Arya?
Who needs a guy who wipes his ass after battle?
Oh, I've got some good questions.
Despite the episode being called "The House of Black and White,"
Arya's
Not much.
storyline
we
doesn't really
didn't
Not
see
much of
very
that.
much of it. We got 2
No.
scenes.
Oh yeah, there's. Well, actually, I'm not. Oh, I can't say because bloody spoilers for next episode, can I? I keep
Is
forgetting.
Sam on his way to Bravos?
No.
So that means we're not going to see Arya killing Darian or whatever extra would play Darian.
I doubt it.
No, probably not. Should
I
we
don't
get someone
think-
else?
How about instead of Darian,
was it?
Dario?
John Bradley, I don't think. John Bradley doesn't seem like filming with Arya, so I don't think they're doing that.
Yeah.
Let's see. We can jump to the fan fiction from here.
Yeah.
What, the Brienne and Sansa fan?
Oh god.
That's the next scene.
You know that I've read
So-
actual online fan fictions where Brienne and Sansa meet each other?
I'm not going to go looking. I
Like, I read some of these back in, like, late 2013.
How'd that go?
Wasn't as bad as some of the other stuff.
That's alright, that's fair.
I mean, remember on episode 1 when I was reading the fan fiction about The Walking Dead and the Song of Ice and Fire crossing over?
Oh.
That's terrible.
Go to the first episode near the end. You'll hear me reading the plot synopsis.
It's not as bad as My Immortal.
Ah.
My
My
Immortal's
Immortal
just so
it has to
bad
be
it's
a
good
joke.
though.
Has to be. I want it to be a joke, but it doesn't matter because it's
No,
so bad
apparently
it's
it's not a joke, because they found the person who wrote it like it. They were legitimately serious.
good. That's hilarious, actually. That makes it better, almost.
That does make it better. Yeah, so the Brienne Sansa fanfiction. Brienne and Podrick.
Brienne, Podrick, Littlefinger, and Sansa walk into a bar.
And then Pod is like, look at Sam.
Eat all the chicken.
No
Yeah.
one cared about Littlefinger until he put on Sansa.
No, Littlefinger is not. Littlefinger is not Bane. Littlefinger is CIA.
And then fucking, Brienne walks up and is like, oi mate, you're a fucking cunt, get out of here. And then,
What would happen if I took Sansa from you? Would you die?
It'd be extremely painful.
Tim, McCracken, stop. Devon, continue.
Anyway, so basically it's just like, hey Brienne, you're real shit at this, like, being good thing. And, no one wants to go with you because everybody that goes with you dies or ends up in a shitty situation, so fuck off, mate. I'm gonna stick with the pedophile for a while because he gives me candy at least. You don't.
He gives her lemon cakes, you fool.
Yeah. Lemon cakes. Yes.
Onion cakes.
Just onion cakes.
So Sansa tells Brienne to get fucked. Brienne's not having any of it. And she's like, I'm gonna leave now. Peter's like, no you fucking don't, I'm gonna belittle you for a little while. And then she's like, fuck off.
Be little. Littlefinger's gonna be little.
Goddamn right, with his pinky. Anyway, and then
Right.
she gets into a right good scrap with some...
A right good scrap.
Right proper scrap.
with,
Right proper scrap.
You know, even
So-
if Bartek came back, I think I would hate Devin more than him now.
What does
That's right.
Podrick do?
Pod
cries.
is,
Falls
off
his
shits
horse.
himself a
Well,
little
not
bit.
only that. Podrick
So he doesn't like perform his godly sex move on
No,
Peter's
Podrick stare
guards
rapes a waitress.
Yeah,
With a lemon
little
cake?
bit of a-
He stare rapes
eye
a waitress.
contact.
with a lemon cake or an onion cake.
Onion cakes.
Oh, God.
They get on their horse
Put on
and
it
they
for the
perform
onion.
some daring acts of freeing the other horses to fuck with people. And then they steal some horses because that's what you do when you're a good person. And then,
Like the hound.
like the hound. Then they ride off. Pod's about to get fucked again. And then he tries
Brienne
to
appears
throw
and
a
she goes,
rock at
"Pod,
somebody."
down, and then he ducks down and she saves the day.
And then she says, Pod, you can get up now. It's like, haha, but comic relief.
I think you're convincing me to maintain my streak of not watching a single episode since season 3.
You don't need to. Just keep
Don't
watching
break-
it on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll just watch 65% of the
You get the
episode through
highlights. You
YouTube
probably have a better
scenes.
experience than we do, to be honest.
Yeah,
You'd
it's the
probably be better off
highlights.
if you only watch about 35% of it.
What do you
If
think
even get
it's?
that much.
What do you think the 35% is going to drop to by season 6? Like 19%?
Probably about 10.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Anyway, this scene and the result of it basically reinforces the fact that we're not going to get any cool stuff with Heil Hunt or anything like that.
I'm trying to
Probably.
figure out why they made the whole, like, meeting between them happen. It served no purpose.
Yeah, it did nothing.
I think
The meeting between Brienne and Littlefinger?
No,
Yeah.
I think it-
Because
I think it can-
she attempted to get one of the Stark girls, just like she did when the fanfiction shit with
Arya.
the
lost.
Hound happened.
Well, yeah,
like both
She
times.
pretty
It's
much
gone
was like,
like-
hey,
Hey,
come with
like,
me.
I'm gonna like protect you, and then like, no, fuck off.
Why didn't she tell Sansa that she'd actually seen Arya alive?
Yeah. Why didn't she do that?
Because then she would have had to admit that Arya escaped from her, and then Sansa would have said
thing
fuck
is,
off twice as many
She already
times.
established that she's a failure last episode with all the self-pity, so why we need to do it again?
Well, not only that. Like, even though Sansa tells her to fuck off, she's like, you know what? I'm gonna follow Littlefinger and Sansa anyway. Just
I think this confirms that Brienne's going to the north. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
It's funny how
reasons.
every time someone decides to tell Brienne, like, fuck off, we're not going with you, it ultimately backfires. Just a little foreshadowing for events to come, but
Do you think Brienne's going to be like the replacement for Mance and Winterfell?
Oh god.
We talked about
could be,
that
I suppose.
a little bit.
No. Well, they've trimmed down Peter Baelish quite a bit, so Brienne could probably just put on like a fake mustache and glasses, and he'd fall for it.
Brand beauty. Well, I mean, yeah, that's probably what they're gonna do because Manderley looks cut, and Mance isn't gonna take the Spearwives down. So
No one
So,
in
yeah.
Mandalay is an insult.
Yeah, no, Manderley's not okay.
We could have
What's their
seen a
favourite?
Podrick pie.
oh,
that
no,
sounds
thank
like
you.
that sounds sexual.
Pod pie.
That's what I thought. That's what I
It's a,
thought.
it's a little pod pie.
What about a podcast pie?
Just fuck off.
Someone else can take the next disaster of a scene if they want to.
Alright, everyone, cameras on, dicks out.
But I don't think my ass is ready for that.
All right, someone else.
what's the next one? The Jaime and
I need
Cersei.
Yeah,
Wait,
Maybe
that's
it's
the
like, I will take and I will go to Dawn. You've titled it.
Yes.
yeah.
It's
Did
basically what
they
happens.
both agree that Jaime should go to Dorne?
No, it's Jamie's
Well,
idea.
Yeah, he goes pretty much to save Marcella after they send Cersei a nice little pretty box with a statue in it and
It's got a snake
pendant.
and lock
Yeah.
it. And she says that there's only 2 of them in the world or something. That she's got one and Marcella has the other. And that struck me as weird because like, didn't Joffrey give Sansa one in like season 1?
Well, Cersei took it back, obviously.
of course.
Well, no, because Sansa had it in.
Sansa had a
wedding.
replica.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
fair enough.
There you go.
You're trying too hard here.
Don't ask.
Oh,
D&D
okay.
Forgot. D&D forgot. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
There wasn't much to it other than the whole giving a reason
Oh.
for Jaime to go to Dorne.
You know,
Jamie-
Cersei's just like, lol, you're a useless cunt. And he's like, listen here. No, I'm not.
I'm gonna take my one-armed
Do you think the
cripple ass to Dorne.
Blackfish is going to go to Dorne?
No. No.
He's gonna swim. He's
I
gonna
think
swim his way
Jamie's just
down.
trying to live up
I-
to
I thought he
Barristan's.
swam his way to Essos, to Meereen specifically.
Swam across the narrow sea.
The Blackfish is Dario.
No,
Fuck.
the Blackfish is the leader of the Sons of the Harpy.
Every night, Dario actually just swims to Westeros, turns into the Blackfish.
That's why
And-
he's so jacked.
Pisses.
He turns into like 1,000 different people. He swims from Essos.
Dario is
at night.
Euron.
He turns.
And-
he-
and
Oh, he's
Benjen
Euron
Stark.
and he's Benjen.
he's Euron, he's Benjen, and
Hey, look, when you're
And the
that badass, you can
Blackfish.
be everybody.
When you can swim the narrow sea in a few hours.
What if it's Qyburn who's just enchanting himself to change faces and to swim really fast?
Oh, God.
This is the episode where they actually there's a little more hinting at Robert Strong, right?
Welcome to Trial by
Yes.
Podcast, where
Yeah,
we talk about A Song of Ice and Fire and sometimes a crackpot.
And
Yeah.
sometimes a lot of crack.
We give the theorists a field day.
I've got my tinfoil hat on right now.
Well, I read a theory that Daenerys was Tyrion's mom.
Oh, God.
Not possible. What? No.
Time travel wasn't involved.
It never stops.
It was on Reddit. It was a big post.
This is what happens when George takes too long to release the next book.
I don't know, if it wasn't for George, I don't think pages like Phil McCracken or Stannis Love would even exist.
Probably.
Probably not.
What, you mean if the series was over right now?
And the world
Yes,
would be
if the
better
series was Ogre, there wouldn't be this problem.
for it. And the world would be better for it. Thanks, George.
Let's see.
So after that, we have Bronn and Lawless.
Lawless.
Lolly.
and Bronn, and we just get introduced to Loris. With
Don't
no
tell me that
story
Lawless-
or context.
The marriage of Bronn and Loris.
Loris. The Loris.
The show hasn't got that fanfiction yet.
Did they pull a Maggie the Frog on Wallace?
No.
Did they
she's
make
not
her
particularly attractive?
She's not attractive.
No. No, she's
No?
I
not.
think it is.
Oh,
Solid,
she's alright.
solid, solid 4, maybe. Maybe 5.
she's very in the middle for me. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Is she an idiot?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Bronn is like kind of bored by her.
She,
Is he
He's
like
not paying attention to her at all.
It looks like he's talking to a child. Yeah, that's what it was.
it's alright if you put a bag on her head.
Wow.
It's got back.
They didn't touch on like the whole like Lawless got raped like 100 times thing.
No.
So I just assume that that's.
She wasn't a character in season
That
2.
was cut
Yeah.
from the show.
So I just
How did they
assume that
introduce her?
they're not rolling with that. They're walking down the beach. And
Um,
Bronn was dressed as a douche.
Lawless mentions that
Did they explain who she was, or
Not
Yeah.
they mentioned how like because Bronn mentioned like about being heir to Stokeworth, and then Lawless is like, no, you're not because my sister is, and
My
then
sister's a big old cunt.
Bronn is like, it would be a shame if something bad happened to your sister.
so they didn't confirm that Lawless is the same one from the books, and they didn't confirm that Mance actually survived. What if Lawless is Edmund?
What?
For fuck's sake, McCracken.
How does that logic even work?
We need to stop now. This is getting out of hand.
McCracken derailing podcast since episode 1.
Way to go.
We move on to our first Dorne scene. Oh no, there's
no,
also
no,
more of
no,
this.
we've got
Bronn goes to
Jaime
Jaime and
comes-
says, "You will not go alone."
Because Jaime's on.
You have
Like,
my
I'm sorry
sword.
for marrying Lawless, and then you can come with me to Dawn.
Yeah, Lawless are like, who the fuck's that? And he's like, it's Jaime fucking Lannister.
The one arm.
Is Lawless coming to Dorne?
No, Lawless is not
No,
going
No,
to Dawn.
she's not.
No, they're walking up and like,
Bronn is going
talk.
to Dawn to get away from Lawless. That's the
Yeah.
No,
Come on,
Lawless
come
is marrying.
Are Oliver
Alright.
and Loris coming to Dorne?
We apologize for that interruption.
This is,
McCracken was McCracken and spoiled things, so I cut that bit out. Right, so yeah,
Dorne.
We finally
Jaime
get to
and
see
Bronn are off to
Dorne.
Dawn, and then we finally see Dawn.
We get to see Tristan finally.
It's
We-
the water gardens.
We don't really see much of him though. He just kind of
Yeah, it's
Here
We
is
Tristan's
Cellar.
get to see
talking,
him.
he's
holding
talking to the
hands
cellar,
and-
and you don't really hear anything from that
Were they
conversation.
Lara
kissing?
looking like she wants
No,
to
they're
jump
not
off
kissing.
the balcony and burn her own
They were
boat.
dancing, and Ilaria was like, I'm gonna kill you.
Alario?
Ilaria.
Ilario?
Oh, God.
It's Alario.
Dario is Ilaria.
I thought you were talking about Dario.
Ilario is Dario. Ilaria.
Dario is a pedophile.
Ilario's in my swamp.
No, Dario is a pedophile. Daenerys is like
Dario is a Irish swamp.
15. Dario is a pedophile.
Can we,
And we get to see
will we-
Ario Hota
Yes, we do.
continue.
Yes.
Idris Elba.
It's
And
not
Laria
Idris Elba.
goes up, talks to him.
It's Idris Elba.
He doesn't have the proper axe. He just has like this weird spear thing.
He has like a halberd.
Yeah,
That's
like,
Wait,
as horrifying as he
that's
should have
not-
been.
yeah.
Devin,
He's
how
what?
did you feel about him?
I wasn't as horrified as I should have been. When I read about Arya Hota, I'm horrified. He's just he's just
Boring.
he's
Yeah,
a
you
he's
know
a
that there's,
construct of death. That's all he is. As
You know
as a
that there's
character,
actually-
he's
boring.
boring, but he's
You know that
horrifying.
there's like actually an adult Halloween costume with that stereotypical executioner suit and like a long axe.
Good. I like
He
it.
doesn't look like he would be
I
nearly
kind of
as
imagine
quick.
Arya Hota to wear that.
Whenever I picture Arya Hota, I just pictured the executioners from Resident Evil.
When I see him in the show, he reminds me of Zoan Doxus.
Oh,
He
we
kinda
don't
looks
wanna
like him,
talk about
just-
Sorrow.
We don't talk about. He doesn't exist anymore. What are we talking about?
He looks like him.
He's fucked.
And Zorozo and Dark Sauce isn't black.
How many people who watch the show can remember who Zaro is if you ask them?
Probably very few.
Probably not.
Because I can barely remember myself.
He got locked in a vault.
How do we know he's not dead?
Oh,
He never died on screen.
Goddamn.
It's true.
Maybe he will come back. Maybe they'll
It's
pull that out
The
of
Hound
the rug.
never died on screen either.
Clegane Ball confirmed.
Game ball
Oh, God. Fuck the
Oh.
What if
We have an anti-Clegane
Oh yeah,
Bowl
I
in
forgot
the
this. I forgot Sean was a non-believer.
What is his
I
name?
am an unbeliever.
Is his name
I want to
Hayate, the mage?
room. Right.
Wait,
Yeah.
what else?
We can
Then
see
Alaria.
Doran.
Alaria seems to have taken over from, kind of taken
Ariane.
over from Ariane.
Yeah.
She has.
Which is stupid, and that's pretty much the one thing this episode that pisses me off more than anything else is that they are giving Ilaria pretty much that part of someone, one of the princesses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fair.
Obara.
And then she pretty much talks down to Doran, and she really doesn't have any authority to do so.
Yeah, she's a bastard. It
And
doesn't-
even if someone tried to argue with me on my page earlier today that she could be legitimized, I was like, what good second do? She's still, there's nothing to legitimize. She's not
Who's
any
gonna
kind of nobility.
legitimize her?
Yeah, I mean, there's
Queen
nothing.
Marcella.
Well, no, who's she gonna? What's
She's
the point
still
of
low born.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
she's
She, even if you did, she wouldn't become anybody. So she's still a bastard from a nobody family.
Yeah, it's like he tries to they tried to hand wave it and say like, "Oh, I respect you because my brother loved you," but
But shut your fucking
That's
mouth,
not-
or I'll
that's not
give
how
you a
that works.
smack.
What was I gonna say? But
We get to see Doran's wheelchair.
to be fair, like she doesn't actually do anything like at all in the books after.
Yeah.
yeah.
She
Yeah,
just
she
like
pretty much just sits around and kind of
Just-
disappears.
Can I ask you, was Ilaria promoting a course of war
Yes.
with the Lannisters? But in
Yes.
the book, she's the only one who says that we shouldn't be doing any war.
Exactly.
It'll only cause more harm, and then Doran thinks that she's a really strong, gentle woman.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, but here
Okay.
she says that she wants to like start torturing herself and chopping limbs off and shit.
Basically, yeah, they wanted to send pieces of her back to Cersei.
I don't think even Ariane didn't actually say like to torture Marcella, did she?
And then
Ariane
Doran
was
just
still
like
trying to help her in the books.
Oh yeah, Ariane
Did that
wanted to
whole
make
little
her-
plot thing.
Oh yeah, because Ariane wanted to make her queen.
which
Yeah,
is
basically.
probably I don't think it's gonna happen. No dark star.
Basically, D&D
No, they'll
to
make-
write
they'll
a
make
book
Doran make her
called
queen
Character
now.
Assassination 101 and just publish it for every adaptation maker going forth.
This is how you fuck up.
Yeah, they cast
Yeah,
Obara Sand, didn't they?
You can
Yeah,
say
it's
that
about
chapter
Yeah,
one.
all the three sand snakes are cast. And
Yeah, why
You can
didn't
say
they
that
have Obara with Doran like it was the books? Like, I don't...
I don't know.
because show watchers
Because
don't
she's training
understand
for her
what
fight
happens
with
a new
Jaime and
character.
Bronn.
Yeah, I thought like they just want a character that they already know.
Yeah.
One thing,
Obara needs to train for her upcoming fight.
something that really confuses me, because I was just re-watching the scene a little bit, is the conversation between Doran and Ilaria. And Doran pretty much tells you, they're not going to have any kind of, actions or vengeance while he's still alive. And Ilaria just flat out's like, and how long is that going to be? Pretty much almost implementing, almost like a threat to him.
Yeah.
And a bastard's not going to, say that to pretty much
the
the
Lord
prince and ruler of Dorne.
And where was
Well,
Arya?
so-
Hota
And then the
during all
scene
this?
cuts away when actually
was sitting in the
happens is
room
Arya Hota
in the next
chops
room
her
with
legs
Ross.
off.
To be fair, the sand snakes in the books make kind of similar, like, not threats, but like.
Well, they're kind of
to
allowed
Dora.
to, almost.
What? So the
They
sand
are,
snakes
like,
are
they're
allowed
his
to, but
nephews.
Ilaria isn't.
Yeah, because
Ilaria's
they're
not
his
really
blood.
family, yeah.
I suppose not.
Ilaria's are now, like, she
And
is
besides-
literally his ex-paramour.
Pretty much, she's nobody. What they did was they gave her the authority and power of Arya, who was a princess, who's almost allowed to as well. And even then, Dorne kind of puts her in her place.
Yeah, it locks her in a tower for, like...
Yeah. Some
And then he did the
Give
same thing
Arya
when the-
Hota as company.
He pretty much does the same thing to the sand snake,
Yeah.
or attempts to.
So where was Oprah Martell in all of this?
Oh, he's sitting
this
with his
sounds-
eyes gouged out, teeth knocked out, sleeping, head smashed open.
Yeah. Sorry, I meant to say Oberyn Sand, but I kind of
Oh,
slipped
Sand
and said
Snakes.
Oberyn
I
Martell.
thought that.
I
Sounds
figured,
like-
but you said Oberyn, so I just took my
Yeah,
cue.
I meant to say
Like-
Oberyn Sand, and my tongue slipped.
Yeah, they haven't appeared yet.
So
I
basically,
pronounce it
Oberyn
Obara.
Sand.
Well, this was a
Obara
pretty
saying
good scene for
Obara.
Doran, because I liked when Doran was like, "We don't torture little girls here."
Yeah.
like-
And then there's dogs that start
We
growing
don't
in the
torture
background.
little girls here. Arya Hota tortures little girls for us.
No, in that scene when like he says Doran, like they should have had Darkstar just like grinning in the background when Doran said that.
We're not going to get Darkstar this season,
Nah.
or anything, are we?
Remember when
Of course
everyone
we're
said
not.
Darkstar was confirmed when Oberyn said that we don't hurt little girls in Dorne?
Yeah, I wonder who because I reckon it will still happen because that it does sound like foreshadowing that line.
One
You're
of the Sand
reckoning
Snakes,
that
maybe?
Doran's reckoning is going to show up?
So
Well,
If-
what they did was they
100%
combined Darkstar and Arianne into Ilaria.
will it be Darkstar though?
So Ilaria's going to
She
pick
wants
up
to
the
cut up
sword and chop
Marcella.
off the ear.
She wants to cut her off and send her back. True.
Who's going to be Eris Oakheart?
Jaime.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
So,
I have that picture.
So Bronn's going to get killed by Arya Hota?
Oh, shit.
Bronn wasn't in the picture. Like they're like eating at a table or something.
Well,
What do you think
they,
would happen in a fight between Bronn and Hota?
well,
Don't do it. Fuck 'em up.
Yeah. Totally
What do
probably.
you
But
think, Deb?
in the show, Hoto would get his legs and his dick cut off.
D&D said that characters were going to die in the show that haven't died in the book, so I suppose Bronn could be one of those characters.
Oh,
Most likely
who
Hoto,
else
though.
do you think would be one of those characters, Tib? You, after all, have watched some episodes. I haven't watched
if we'll find out in a couple of episodes.
Right, moving on from this, like, minefield of spoilers that McCracken...
I'm
Wouldn't have anything to do with it.
I didn't say anything.
I know
Like
we didn't...
Hota fucked up Eris Oakheart. Like,
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Eris
no.
Oakheart just charged at him, and Ota
He
more or
charged-
less just stuck out
It was
his axe
kinda-
and let him impale himself.
Yeah, I
It
don't
was,
think
it was
Bronn-
pretty much like a suicidal thing. He knew he was going to die.
which is why I'm trying to
Okay.
figure out if I actually think Bronn would lose.
Bronn is more genre savvy, so
Bronn probably
think
would
it's-
just run away from Hota like he did for the mountain.
Because Bronn is really quick, and the way they have Arya Hota
Bronn would have
asked-
lost against the mountain, though. Right? Like Bronn knows
Yeah,
when
but the
he'll lose.
Hota is nowhere near the mountain. Like,
I
What
don't
would
know.
happen if Hota fought the mountain?
the mountain would cut
I don't
him
know,
off.
is he-
Hota, yeah, Hota
So,
would.
well, do we know how good Hota is as a fighter?
Not
No, he is a
really.
big
All he
ass.
does
It's
is
said that he's really good, but he doesn't wear. I don't know if he wears like what kind of armor. I don't remember the description, or if he even wears any.
He's got a
And
big
it's,
axe.
the way the show has him, he doesn't look like he's quick at all. He looks like a, I guess my comparison to Zaro. He looks really kind of.
He's fat.
Yeah, fair.
I don't, but he could be all muscle, kind of like the Mountain.
Hmm.
I think that's
Mountain's
kind
like
of the interpretation
420
they're going with.
pounds.
The mountain does look fat in his armor, to be fair.
Hmm. Anyway, should we move on?
All right.
Yeah, move on
I don't know what
to-
this next. I don't remember what this next scene is. But it says
It's-
Dario becomes Batman and sees through walls.
Right, okay, so basically... Grey Worm is looking to the streets to try and find,
right,
like,
right,
the Sons of the
right.
Harpy, and
Yeah, I
he,
had a
like,
problem
Darius
with
walks
this.
in and, like, can see through the wall, like, Batman's detective vision, just grabs
What
him
do
and
you-
pulls him out.
Wait, could you repeat this?
Dario just walks into this room where Grey Worm's trying to find the son of the Harpy, and he's just like, it's as if he's got like X-ray vision, or Batman's detective mode, and can see into the wall and just
It's like,
grabs
you
him.
forgot how to be afraid, so you don't remember how to hide. And he stabs him in the balls.
Yep.
I almost thought
like-
you were joking when you said that Dario practically can see through walls.
No, I was like, how
No,
the
that's
hell
legit.
would he know?
I know.
It's like I get it'd be more like Sally knowing where like that people
Because
hide,
Euron practices black magic. You
but
moron.
like knowing that
Oh,
knowing that specific wall is that someone is hiding there, just like
Like I said, black magic practiced by Euron.
so yeah, they capture a son of the Harpy, and then Dany has like counsel with people.
And it's like, I
Yeah, they're
genuinely liked Danny's scenes this episode. Like, I thought they were actually alright.
That's blasphemy.
I know, it's weird. But like, there's a really, like, it's kind of
I'm
interesting
a queen,
that like
not a
Barristan...
politician.
Yeah, because you have like Barristan
Oh,
on
yeah,
one
wouldn't-
side, and
does
then
that-
Dario
that-
and the ex-slave on the other side, and they're just arguing over like over the issue, and like it's actually quite interesting to see. Yeah, Barristan's
Yeah, Barristan's like,
Barristan.
don't kill him, because then you're
Yeah.
gonna be a right dictator.
yeah, like
Like Hit-
So Barristan's the angel and Dario's the devil.
Dario
Dario's
is
more in
like,
between.
open the fighting pits, cunt.
yeah,
Because that's
Isn't
right.
that his
Dario has to say.
and
His Dayer says that too, but
Dario just wants nostalgia for his days in the fighting pits.
yeah, there you go. He wants
Yeah.
to relive the glory days when he was just a wee boy.
What if he got eaten by Balerion in the fighting pits?
Did you just say Eden?
Eden?
By
Yeah, even-
Valerian.
Valerian. Drogon.
Valerian
Sorry,
time
sorry.
travel.
Valerian the Black Dread.
I
That's
meant
come again.
Drogon. I meant Drogon, damn it.
What if
You really
Dario-
don't pay attention to
How
the
old do you
Marine
think
storyline,
Dario
do you?
is?
Well, no, he hasn't
Why
watched
would
the
I?
episode, so
No, I'm so burned out on the Song of Ice and Fire that I'm forgetting things.
Like, how
You're
old do you
useless,
think Dario
McCracken.
is? Like, Dario is actually the original Aegon.
I always imagine Dario as
Yeah.
being in like his 40s.
Apparently, I
Imagine
think he's
30s.
hundreds of years old.
So,
but no, they have the Barristan brings up Aerys with
Yeah.
Danny, and
Don't
Danny's
be
like,
right.
no, that's not true. That's impossible.
My dad's not a
Search your
bad person.
feelings.
That's
I know
lies.
it to be true.
But then she kind of just like passively
ex-
accepts it.
She
Yeah.
actually accepts it this time, which is like a change
She's like,
to the
I'm
book.
not my father.
Because like
You're
in
not
the
my
book,
real dad.
in the book, she's like, oh no, like I don't really have time for this conversation. Fuck off, to Barristan. Whereas
it could be whitewashing. I could be just looking too deeply into it, but it's kind of interesting if they're going to do Danny's kind of downfall in the next few episodes. Like,
well, they are going to do Danny's downfall.
well, of course they are,
'Cause-
but like,
They're doing
Daddy's
it right
gonna
now.
drink poison and shoot
Oh,
herself in the head.
Shit. The thirstiest.
setting her up as like having these high intentions, like, and she's trying to
yeah.
aspire to be the better ruler than her father. Like, that just makes her come down so much more satisfying from that perspective.
Yeah, but
So as much as it is kind of whitewashing, it works. Like, it's okay.
Yeah, but then they also fuck her at the end of the episode. It's not really a big deal.
yeah.
Whatever happens to that son of the Harpy prisoner?
he gets
gets
killed
fucked.
by
Yeah.
the ex-slave.
By generic
So
ex-slave
Barristan
number
doesn't
500.
challenge him to a duel or anything?
No, he just
No,
kind of
they just say that they're going to give him a trial and make it kind of just, and
they pull
A trial
they pull a cast arc.
pretty much whoever's the dude, the slave thing bastard is supposed to be Masandi's brother, who isn't now and is just a random slave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just-
Grey
has to
Worm
go in.
kill him in Masande's honor.
We'll talk about that. No,
Wait,
what
is this all
happens
this
is...
episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
And then the dude just goes up and's like,
They have
Kinda.
they have a pretty intense scene of like everyone is like yelling at Daenerys and telling her to stop, like fuck off and like let him go.
Don't kill him. He's a slave. He's one of us.
And she's like surrounded by like hundreds of slaves, and it's kind of like actually kind of pretty spook. And then Dario's like, yeah, fuck off, and he gives him the old chop.
If
Yeah.
he's a slave, why is he a son of the Harpy?
No. The slave.
He
was the
wasn't.
son
He
of the
killed the
Harpy.
son of the
The
Harpy.
slave-
Yeah,
it was-
the ex-slave killed the son of the Harpy that Dario stabbed
So
in the
yeah,
ball
like he
previously. That was
he
hiding.
basically went on Karstark route and kind of went behind.
Rather
that
than give
path.
him the trial, he went and killed him.
Yeah.
And so Danny was like, well, this is murder. You killed someone who was awaiting trial. You can't do that. And he's like, but I did it for you. And she's like, now you get a trial.
You can live in my new world or die in your old one.
Alright, and then,
She didn't give him an
he,
option
like,
to live.
yeah.
It was just straight, you're going to die in this world no matter what you did.
And then he begged.
was
and
no
was
options.
Like, no, please, I'm sorry. I won't do it again. And then,
Did
So
Mario?
did Dario
And then
hope
Dario.
to execute him?
The ex-slave is now Mario. Okay.
And then
everybody goes Italian when they're afraid for their lives.
I found it funny after the slaves killed. Everyone just starts hissing like.
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
Yeah.
I was like,
they were
what
all
the fuck
under
was
the
that?
Harpy.
And
can't
then Danny's
imagine.
like, Unsullied, shield turtle, around me. And
It seemed like such a like childish thing to do. Like it didn't seem like something people would do in real life. Just like start hissing.
They threw a hissy fit.
Yeah, pretty
Really,
much.
McCracken? Really?
quite literally.
And they threw lots of rocks and stuff, and it was really
Yeah, they pretty
scary.
much like kind of rioted and started killing some of
And
the.
none of the rocks managed to hit Danny for some reason.
Did they lose
They
any
don't
soldiers or
Before
burn
Before the
any?
shield wall.
And she just left everyone out there having this big riot and like fighting with
Yeah.
each other.
So that's
I
what
think
it
Well,
means.
that's because
She's like,
they have
"Well,
to.
okay."
They have to live in her new world, and they're currently killing each other in their old world.
Yeah.
They have
I
to
think
calm
that
down
she
and go into
knows.
the palace.
She should have known that they were going to start some kind of riot trying to. Pretty much the same thing that happened to Rob, with the car stocks, where everyone pretty much just kind of abandoned her because she's sitting there going to kill this person that did this kind of justice almost, and give him a trial and execute him in front of all of them. It's
I will
just
answer
stupid.
injustice with justice.
Well, his day, I think even said he's like, should have just killed him and be done with it. And put him in
Exactly.
Silence.
The star was actually right for them.
Truth. His is right about the fighting bits too. Wink, wink.
Oh yeah,
We're
you
not going to
just
get any
reminded me
honeyed
of Belmont.
locusts, though. I'm pretty pissed about that.
You just reminded me of
I'll feed the
Belmont.
honeyed locusts to Daria.
Oh,
He's not
that would
fat
be
enough
too
to
good.
survive.
I hope that is.
He has magic on his side, though.
Euron couldn't do it. Exactly. So that means Dario can do it, because Dario is Euron.
If Dario were to kill himself, how many major characters would just drop dead suddenly?
The war would be over.
Like, all across Westeros, random major characters would just fall to the
Die.
ground dead.
Tobin would die. Bruce Bolton would die.
Wait,
Engine
there's a
would
theory that
kill
he's Bruce
us
Bolton
late.
too.
Yeah, he's everybody.
Just everyone across
He's the
Westeros
Night
dies.
King.
Everybody in Westeros dies. Everyone is actually Dario. And he's just like living out a fucked up fantasy in his head. And he role plays all these characters.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then Daenerys gets all emo, starts listening to Evanescence, and then Drogon shows up. And-
And I'm just like
This is very
slides
aptly
down
titled, Fuck Off Mum, I'm an Adult.
Wait,
And
is that
she's-
what's next? We're going to that.
I'm just,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
just
going-
getting,
we're
I'm just
going
getting
by
Danny
character.
stuff done.
Go by
Yeah.
character.
I kind of liked when she went in there.
Hmm.
That was last episode, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that scene.
When she was like, "Oi, Dargans," and
Dargans.
and we're like, "We don't like white folk down here."
Was there a fourth dragon?
They kicked her out.
Was there a fourth dragon?
No, there isn't a fourth dragon.
So there was no, like, blue sapphire-colored fourth dragon?
What, like Saphira from Aragorn?
No, like Dario is a shapeshifter.
Dario warged into Drogon.
No, Dario
then he
just
turns
became
blue.
a dragon.
What if Dario comes back as a white?
Then we kill him again.
You never get rid of him.
If we stop this, the theorists are gonna go fucking mad.
We're gonna have just 1,000 like Reddit threads of just like all the Dario theories.
Dario was the fourth dragon. Yeah.
Dario's the prince that was promised.
Oh god.
Basically, the scene only served to be like, don't forget about Drogon, and then things are gonna happen with him.
Yeah, that
That's
is all the
seems like
scene, so-
foreshadowing.
What if Dario's just one of Varys' disguises?
If he's what?
Oh my god,
He's just one of Varys' disguises.
this is genius.
Reddit, now, go.
So Varys is actually everyone.
Okay.
No.
Sense. It
Right.
makes sense. I'm
we
buying it.
also had like one small Tyrion scene, which was Tyrion still an alcoholic in a carriage with Varys.
Yeah, it's like Varys has basically replaced Illyrio now, kind of.
Yeah.
Just
And
I like
Tyrion's
the-
like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? That's what the Tyrion scene was.
No,
I need to get
we're
out.
not
Give me
there
one.
yet, my sweet summer child.
God.
I like that they got included a line from the books, which was, give them her cunt, the best part of her for the best part of me.
Who said anything about him?
God.
Yeah, there wasn't much to say about that scene. Besides, good book.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, that leads into like Cersei and Qyburn. Right?
Well, yeah, they did a good cut to the next scene. Like, 'cause
Hey,
it, like start with.
Before we move on,
Yeah.
talking about Varys for a second. This came up on one of my pages.
You go for it.
There's apparently some rumors about some people that were cast and not really mentioned who they are. And there was a discussion about them actually being Griff and young Griff.
Alright.
And if
Okay.
they actually introduced Aegon, wouldn't that kind of
Not
completely makes a huge plot twist here with them trying to go and meet Daenerys without even any mention of him?
Does it have to work?
It's
I don't
D&D
think-
we're talking about.
They've
I know,
already
but I'm
mixed
trying,
up
I'm trying to
anything.
think about it and justify it in some
That
way
would
to
be
make it.
Really lame twist.
Like, oh look, there's another Targaryen.
Do you think Aegon will
I
have
mean, wouldn't-
blue hair?
Varys, though,
For a family
such an-
line where everyone got wiped out, there sure are a lot of fucking Targaryens.
Oh no! Speaking of Aegon having blue hair, there was a line in Dance of Dragons.
They dyed it.
Aegon says, no, sorry, Tyrion says to Aegon, and it's like, it's a good thing he's not in Westeros with blue hair because girls would laugh at him and stone him in the streets. And then I thought like this is foreshadowing that Dario is going to be laughed at by girls and stoned in the streets. Just
I can't
That
wait
would
for
be
scene.
great. Please.
Yeah,
do that.
This is the point where you should just cut to the book picture of Dario.
Dario
Just-
killed by people who hate blue hair.
Is that it for the bald man
That's
and the
it,
dwarf?
but- yeah. Then we have Cersei and Qyburn.
I wanted to
being
say
There's
the
that scene from the
Daenerys
books.
plot.
There's that scene from the books where Cersei gets it's not Tyrion, and
That's not
she,
fucking.
Devin,
It
why
says-
don't you recap it again? Because
Should-
you'd like to recap it.
no, they had the before the dwarf. They
Go on.
had like their little council meeting.
that was after. That was after.
Go on,
scene.
Devin.
Yeah.
Do a synopsis
Do
of
it-
what
do
happened
it,
this
Devin.
season.
Okay,
Yeah, scene.
so Qyburn and Cersei are sitting around, and these cunts come in. They slap a little head down on the table. He's a dwarf, so he's Tyrion, and Cersei's all like, if just because someone's black, they all look the same. She was writing her blog on Tumblr. Just because they're all dwarfs doesn't mean they're all the same person. And then she's like, "Listen, I'm really benevolent. I'm gonna let you go. I don't want to deter people from killing dwarves." So she leaves, and then Qyburn's like, "It'd be ever so nice if I could have the head for my research." And then he takes it, and he's real creepy.
Yeah, accurate. That's much better than my recap was going to be.
God.
That's about all that. I think there's something
There's a
weird.
council scene as well.
I thought
Okay.
that the Robert Strong
Awesome.
thing happened first. He was kind of like, "Hush now, friend," and the body's like, "Eh."
Isn't
No.
that next
No.
episode? I can't remember.
Did
That's
you have
fine.
any scenes of Robert
It's
Strong
minor.
interacting with Qyburn?
Yeah, I hope Robert Strong fucks him.
How about Robert Strong and Qyburn just going out to the local brothel together?
Not anymore.
Going out shopping and picking flowers.
Yeah, like just go shopping and
Mysteriously,
Eating.
a bunch of prostitutes end up split in half with a greatsword, and everyone wonders why.
Plot twist is not a great sword.
it's the Sons of the Harpy.
Not what I was going for. But okay.
It's the reverse Flash.
Yeah.
Vibration
this-
hand.
Let's see what's left. The wall and then one Arya scene.
I was going to talk about in the fucking council scene.
Yeah. There's,
Oh yeah, okay, yeah,
So
okay, yeah. No, this makes sense.
The very, very, very small council, which has
Yes.
5, like, it's got like 4 people in it now.
Kevin's time to shine.
Cersei just says, "Fuck off."
Wait,
Because Cersei was like, you get like 3 roles on the council.
Yeah,
There you
like, hey, yeah, she makes, fucking Mace Tyrell the master of the ships and
Master
the
of
master of coin.
Why would
Yeah.
he be master of coin?
I don't
So that way he can get him to go fuck off to Bravos.
Yeah, like,
but it's Mace Tyrell.
Off the Bravos.
It's Mace Tyrell.
Yes.
He's
Exactly.
Rich as fuck.
Everything.
But why would you put Mace Tyrell in charge of finances?
Because she wanted to send him away to the bank.
Didn't that
But he's
happen
gonna
6 episodes
bankrupt the city
He's rich. He's loaded.
because of his grandma.
Shh, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, guy. The actor
And-
who plays Mace makes me laugh every time I see him.
And then she makes Kevin War Master, and Kevin's like,
And then Kevin
Jr.
tells her to
uses-
fuck off.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not
goes back
taking
to
no
Castle
orders from you. I'm going back to Castle Rock.
Yeah.
He
He
just
kind of
got
guilts him.
here.
He's like, "You're gonna abandon the king," and he's like, "Well, if the king wants to send for me, the king will send for me." And he's like, "He can send for me and Castle Rock," and he just walks out.
Maybe Kevin will go to Stannis.
Kevin,
Well, no, all that's
Kevin's
happening
like,
is that Cersei's going to get put in her place, and then he'll be like, and comes back in.
We didn't get the whole wine chucking scene though, which is
he's like, Tommen has his mother and his father too.
Laddie.
That would have been amazing.
That would have been good. But no, thanks D&D.
Bravo
There's really no
D&D.
context for that.
D&D should be handed over to Qyburn.
That comes up in our question section. Wait for that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And then the wall.
The wall.
For the window to the wall.
To the wall.
Only virgins on the wall.
Let's
Nope.
see, Sam's a cunt or something, and Gilly's all pissed off about it, and then,
Oh yeah,
little
that's-
Shireen's
Yeah,
like,
Shireen
this is how
teaching her how to
you read, yeah. And then, Sam is like,
Sam is like, you fucking noobs. Like,
Sam's like,
get on my
fucking learn
lap.
how,
Get on my lap.
fucking learn how to read, bud. I'm not gonna sit here and teach you how to read. You're too slow. So then he's like, "Oh, this guy became a sworn commander of the Night's Watch at 16." It's like, "Oh, that's real cool. I'm sure you and him are having a great time over there." She's being real passive aggressive.
Yeah, he's basically like, get on my fucking level, dude.
Yeah. And then Solis comes
1v1
in
together.
and is like, "You can't talk to those wild folk."
Celise is her normal bitchy self.
And everyone's like, "Solis, where's the beard at, mate?"
I just want her to die.
I hate Solis.
Yeah,
She's more annoying in the show than like I recall from the books. I don't really remember much.
I thought she was more fanatic in the books, but like less like general cunt.
Yeah, the show.
That's
I
like
guess just seeing her
general.
and hearing her and D&D's interpretation just makes her that much.
I
more
don't think
annoying.
D&D's interpretation of her is wrong though. In Salisa's
I like the actress. The actress
Everything
is
they
good.
do is wrong.
I wouldn't go that far. I'll be fair. Their interpretation of Celise isn't wrong, I don't think.
That's
Yeah,
because
I've
she's
always
not
called
a
you Devin.
complex character.
It's true.
True.
Yeah. And then we have Jonas, which is appropriately lovely. Like, it's a good
Bear
scene.
Island knows no king but the king.
Oh yeah, and it's
Devin,
like
why don't
written
you
in fucking
explain
like
this?
pencil, like by like a 10-year-old. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
It-
It's like,
I always imagined it like written in crayon, just like Bear Island knows her king.
Just with like a handprint at the bottom.
Yeah.
Little
It's
flowers
like-
drawn around it. Yeah.
well, they did the Neil and Rise as Jon Stark. That was good.
And John's like, lol, no.
And John's like, "Fuck off, mate."
Yeah.
Well, no, he doesn't say that. He like the scene cuts at that point.
He's
Yeah.
still. John's like, "Listen, I'm still going through my emo phase and some time to discover myself."
But yeah, that's a good. I mean, it's John and Stannis. Like, it's an okay scene.
All right, and
What
then
did
they
do in the scene.
absolutely ruined and messed up and oversimplified and got rid of all the anticipation and everything interesting about
Yeah.
the voting and selection of the Night's Watch Crown.
That was so rushed.
The whole voting section.
It was so cliche as well.
Yeah, where like Aemon just gets up and it's like,
Yeah, I know, because it's like tied between Jon and I'm assuming it would be Alistair Thorne.
It was Dawn.
Oh yeah.
But it wasn't even that close though.
And it was like they were level, and then Aemon like
Dennis
and then it's like
Mouser,
tense, and then Aemon puts one token on, and then it's like, yay, everyone cheers because Jon.
It's kind of like he just stood up and like, oh, I forgot to vote. Here you go.
Yeah, like they went they went down a really cliche route to do
that was like the end of like the first Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, just
No, there was no.
When
no sound.
Dumbledore-
There's some last minute points to award to Gryffindor. It seems that a change in decoration is in order.
That is fast.
That was
well done. Well,
Such a good voice.
yeah.
50 points to Jon for not being an old cunt.
Random question.
Yeah.
Did that little boy take black, or what's going on with him? Again, every time I
Ollie?
see him.
Little
Yeah.
Ollie?
He's just being like John's little like protege.
So he gets to have all the benefits and perks of the watch without actually being part of it or swearing any vows. And
I think he's
That's-
sworn his vows. I'd
That's
assume
how
he
a lot
has.
of that's what they do with a lot of the people though that will go to the wall. They
I
start
think
taking
he's Stannis' paramour.
Stannis' little fuckboy. Oh.
That's that. Yeah. Okay.
that's
Then we
pretty much that.
The Arya's, which is just like
Yeah, we get to see her meet. What are the characters' names in the show? I don't remember. Like, are they just
The
random
black man?
thieves? No, not the
Who?
black guy. The
oh, this is when she's walking through the town.
yeah, and the people just like stop and
to be fair,
She's-
about the
Their
like,
names
whole
are
Arya
not
thing. Like,
beautiful.
why did like the kindly man just like tell her to fuck off, only to come back later and like
Because
Let
the
her rip.
kindly man had to get back to Essos to screw Daenerys.
Bravos is in Essos. You
Yeah.
know me.
Yeah. He
Well,
needed time to swim back to Meereen. He wasn't prepared yet.
But yeah, like I didn't understand. Like he told Arya to piss off, and then he just like turns up
Shows
later
up.
and says, "Yeah, you can come in now." I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
Probably
I
she's about to
immediately
murder
like
those
I saw Arya walking down the street and she had her sword and I was like, oh, she's fucked. She's gonna get into a right good scrap now.
Like good scrap.
over a
didn't
pigeon.
finish his
and they
paperwork.
just that really cliche thing of like the bad guys like suddenly get scared and run away, and then the hero's like, ha,
Like the
yeah.
Tuscan Raiders in The New Hope by Obi-Wan.
They were about to get into a fight over the pigeon.
Oh, they were gonna get
pigeon
into
from-
I thought they were gonna get into a fight over.
Well, no, they were going to
fact
get in a
that she
fight
had a sword.
because she had a
And that's
pigeon
like a
and they wanted
challenge.
it. She pulled the sword on him because they were trying to steal her pigeon, and she
I
said
don't think
no.
that was why. I think it's because the whole.
And then they were like, "Well, with your sword, we could buy."
In
100
Bravos,
pigeons."
though, if you carry a sword on
Yeah,
you, it
that's
just
the
means
thing.
that you're ready to fight.
yeah, because
fight
like Bravos
and-
is like a challenging culture, like
Yeah.
where they like challenge each other on the streets. And
I just
That's
assumed that
really
they
cool.
like were just going to like roll with that and not explain it. That's what I thought they were doing.
No, she killed the pigeon, and the guys were like animal rights activists, and they came up to her.
You can't fucking do that around here. Listen here.
This is Peter's
Animals
domain.
have rights in Bravos. I don't know where you come from.
Let's see. Yeah, well, she threw her coin away in the last scene. We didn't talk about that. She was like, what a useless piece of shit this is.
And then the
Hey,
kindly man
Sean.
somehow got it back.
And he somehow got it back from the bottom of the ocean. But that's fine.
Hey,
Don't ask
he
questions.
did a lot of
D&D
swimming.
don't want you asking questions.
He
John,
can
I
swim
think I figured it out.
across the sea, so it's fine.
I think I figured out why the kindly man had a change of heart.
Because he's the kind of man.
Oh, do tell.
In a city ruled by PETA, the House of Black and White are the only ones who fight back against the oppression, and he thought that Arya was a double agent, but when he saw her kill that pigeon, he realized that she was a true rebel, and therefore he needs her because he is their only hope.
Well, in this world, what that means then is that there's always protesters at the House of Black and White that says, why isn't it like the House of Black and Brown and White and all this?
There's university students protesting at the House of Black and White.
It's like, why is it only black and white that you're advocating for races? Why don't you advocate for all the other races? Why don't you make it the Rainbow Door? And it's like, fuck
Why don't you make it the House of Blue?
House of other kin.
Other kids. The House of other
the
kids.
House of Dragonkin.
Yeah.
My long extent. I am the sole surviving member of my race.
Okay. Anyway, shall we get on to the questions then?
Yeah,
I don't have any myself.
That's the episode.
All right, I have the ones.
These are my questions.
Yeah, let's
Right.
let's do your questions. Okay.
All right, okay. Let's start with.
Don't do Stannis Baratheon King's one because that's on episode 3.
Yeah. I knew that. Right. So we're from Andrew Caldwell. If you could kill D&D over the changes made from our precious original source material, what would be your methods of killing and why? Around the room.
Around the room. Okay, so shall I go first?
Clockwise or counterclockwise?
You're my turn. From Tim, Devon, Sean, Malcolm, McCracken. Me.
I don't know. What should I go for?
Feed them to Hamish.
Hamish, yes, I would feed them to, like, I would have them, like, suddenly, like, collapse, that, like, I would have Hamish, like, starved, and then, like, put them in a room with Hamish, and Hamish would eat them alive.
So you really hate your dog?
Hamish is Tim's dog, just to reference this.
I know what I would do.
Alright.
And why?
I would-
Why? Because Hamish is awesome. So, actually, no, I wouldn't have Hamish, like,
But
No,
if you
Hamish
like
would have-
Hamish
you don't
so
wanna
much, why
poison
would you
Hamish like
feed
that.
D&D to him?
yeah, that's a point. Anyway, just move on to the next person.
What would you do to Alex Graves?
I would,
Same thing.
I would cover, like, I would get, like, spike implants in my dick, and then fuck it in the arse, until it becomes consensual and he bleeds out.
That's like the movie Seven. They have a thing like that.
Does that
Alex
actually
Graves
happen?
should be locked in a room of tentacle plants.
Anyway, like, who's next?
I would take the spooky, scary skeletons from the season finale of season 4, and I would invest money into making them real, but still look as terribly awful and fake as they do in that scene. And then I would just have them just kick D&D to death slowly while they play spooky, scary skeletons on their rib cages, like a xylophone.
Sure.
And I would do that for the Brienne versus the Hound scene.
Yes.
All right,
Okay.
now Sean, go.
Okay. Creative ways to kill people. Okay. I'm just going to go much simpler, and I'll just beat them over the head with the books till they start bleeding from the rear.
I'd play Rage of Thrones until they kill themselves.
Music torture.
Malcolm?
Killing D&D. I don't know. I kind of just feel I'd pretty much go like House Bolton on them and just play them for a very long time.
Don't you have a pit? Don't you have a gun
then-
though, Malcolm?
Flay their fingers and be like, these are the fingers you wrote the shitty scripts with.
And feed them
I
their
would-
fingers.
I would
Feed
play them.
I'll feed them their fingers like
No, you lock them in a room with rats, and they're forced to eat the rats or starve to death.
Or the rats eat them.
Phil? Because I want to hear from McCracken last.
Okay, I would like, while they're distracted, like, be attacking, like, molesting the books. I would pick
Okay.
up a hammer and batter them on the back of the head and just continually shout, "Keep kicking them."
Oh.
Okay.
Tim will get the reference. Someone else might.
Throw them into a room with shitty writers like Stephanie Meyer or something, be like, you belong with your own kind.
Anyway,
I'll throw them
McCracken.
in with Damon Lindelof.
McCracken. Go.
Is McCracken here?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he just walked away.
We're waiting on you.
I don't know.
It's gonna be something
No,
really
I'm trying to find the right measurements between fitting and deserving.
I've already
Personally-
come up with another. I've come up with
Personally, I
another
was thinking like Weiss personally deserves to be impaled with a green lightsaber, but that's too quick. I honestly think that they should both just be, like, given a noose because of what they've done to Stoneheart, and then just have the noose be made of Dario. And then they can just be hung in the Whispering Wood.
You can force D&D to play D&D till they want to kill themselves.
And then D&D and Dave Hill can be put on a human centipede.
And say to Brian Cogman, it's your show now.
Can I
And
hire
then give
Silvio
him-
for real to go and kill him?
Give Brian Cogman Alex Graves as his personal whipping boy.
Right.
I feel kind of hypocritical calling David Benioff a shitty writer, considering it just...
But yeah, Benioff, Weiss, and Hill and Graves should just go on a human centipede.
Right. Okay, we're skipping over Devil Suit with Hand the King's question.
No, we're not. We're reading this out.
No.
Oh, fine.
What
Would you
is
prefer
the
to be-
question?
I'm going
Right,
to read it
would
out.
Oh,
Would you
I
rather-
already know.
Would you prefer to be fucked in the arse by all of Cthulhu's tentacles simultaneously, or to complete a Milanese knot with your penis?
I'll do anything for my elder god.
I'm going to go for the Milanese knot.
Cthulhu's an easy choice.
Don't you die by looking at Cthulhu?
No, you go insane.
Well, you're going to be fucked in the arse, so you won't see him anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to look at you. You don't have to look at him. And then I'll return to the water eventually when I get the Innsmouth look.
Oh, and what is the Milanese knot again exactly? What are the specifics for this?
Very, very...
The Milanese knot is just what George referred to as like the kind of fucked up situation in Marine, and it was hard to like.
No, but isn't it
unravel.
also a sex move?
Apparently,
Oh,
like,
yeah, Dario
Sure.
invented it.
in like the Podrick sex god episode, and we don't know what it is.
I'll just take Cthulhu because he's my god as well.
Thank you.
Because you're a tentacled fuck. That's
This is a
what.
tentacle song.
Yeah, and you learned this from hard experience, didn't you, Tim?
It was extremely painful.
For you.
You didn't accept them. That's why it hurt. See?
I genuinely don't. I probably go with the knot because I wouldn't die.
Wouldn't you want to die after the Cthulhu?
Well, I'd be dead because I assume he's got a lot of tentacles, like more than 8. I don't think more than like all those tentacles. You're gonna
No,
get
listen.
rupture.
He's got like a person body and like dragon wings, and he's got a squid head.
Yeah, how big is he?
He can stand at the bottom of the ocean. And
He's a
be
pretty big guy.
So he's too big to be in Super Smash Bros.
Yeah. Like if he stands up at the bottom of the ocean, he can touch the floor and be above water.
So is he
He's-
bigger than the Kraken in Clash of the Titans?
He's big enough
Yes.
for it not to be extremely painful.
He's big enough for you will die instantly from the tentacle.
Could he kill Superman in a fight?
Yes. The Superman's a punk bitch.
I wish I'd heard the question, because to me, everyone's just randomly fucking talking about fucking Cthulhu.
I had forgotten
Oh,
what
no,
the question
the
was.
question
It's
The
do
question
you
is
want to
you
get
ro- Basically, would you like lots of tentacles up your bum,
like
or
Cthulhu?
tie your knot into a very complex knot? Tie
Tie your penis into a complex knot.
Yeah, not your knot into a knot.
Oh, okay.
Cthulhu, right?
Milanese knot.
Like Sean?
The knot.
You know what, Sean? At the end of the Cthulhu thing is Sophie Turner. I know that this makes you.
Alright, Cthulhu.
There you go.
But I mean, at least with Cthulhu, you'd have to feel pretty important if someone like Cthulhu was focusing on you.
Because he doesn't think people are significant enough to even worry about. Exactly. Beautiful. If he chose you.
Cthulhu's still
Cthulhu
more
gets
deep of
Sophie
a
Turner.
character than Gendry.
Truth. Let's see. What else we got? The Grandmaster Pycelle question's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, well, this is
I talked
pretty
about this earlier.
Yeah, who is better at leading the Faith of the Seven, the High Sparrow or Tyrion's High Septon?
The high septum.
Yeah, the High Septon is what I said as well.
Because they're not. At least he's not running around beating people's heads in and.
Well,
He's
I mean,
just a puppet. He's not
question.
leading anything.
that's the point. The High
Like-
Sparrow at least is like more honest. Like whereas
High Sparrow, like, who is better at leading the faith? Not who is better for everyone else, but who is the best at actually being a leader? The High
faith.
Sparrow.
The High Sparrow.
High Sparrow.
The High Sparrow is
in
actually
that
leading.
case, then yes.
Nah.
The High Sparrow is Howland Reed, remember?
And Dario. And
Jonathan Price is playing the High Sparrow and Howland Reed.
I
And
don't.
he's playing Dario.
No, I don't think he's I don't think that he's a better leader because he took the. He's not handling his power well. I don't like. Sure, he has it organized, but I don't think he's handling his power well.
What, the High
So-
Sparrow?
Well, he's still handling it better than
Well,
Daenerys
I
ever
don't know.
could.
He brought Cersei to her knees, pretty much. So
Cersei brought herself to her knees
yeah, but
in front of Jaime.
because she likes being on her knees.
yeah.
Ah.
Ha ha.
Ah.
So, next question.
Who would win in a duel? Young Barristan Selmy or young Robert Baratheon?
Young Robert.
Young Barristan.
Yeah, I'm Barristan on this.
Barristan.
Barristan went Assassin's Creed on Duskendale. You know.
Yeah, he's just all he's got to do is just wait for the counters.
No,
I
I
don't
think
know.
young Robert would just like crush him.
Barristan
No.
would dodge out of the way and just cut his head off.
Yeah, he would just
Nah.
dodge it and then. I don't know. It'd almost kind of be. I don't know.
So it would be an even battle, right? It would be fair.
Yeah, well, like Barristan doesn't have like the extreme agility of like Bronn or anything like that, but like
Duskendale, mate. Duskendale.
You don't know that.
the stealth
young
op,
Barristan
mate.
probably did.
Fucking stealth.
Wouldn't it in
Well,
a
Assassin's
actual
Creed.
like looking at a battle between them? Wouldn't it kind of end up being almost like Rhaegar and Robert, where he's
See, that's what I was thinking, and then
he
Robert
can't get
beat
through
Rhaegar.
even because Rhaegar had a Valyrian steel sword and injured Robert multiple times, but he couldn't really get in to get a.
Rhaegar was an okay swordsman.
It was good. He wasn't.
They were on horses, were they not? They were on horses, were they not?
But if he's able to
Yeah, they
injure
were.
Robert, and he's okay and not anything great.
Well,
I'm
here's
actually-
my question. Do
I guess
you
that-
all think that Arthur Dane would beat young Robert in a fight?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No
What if
question.
Arthur Dane didn't have Dawn when he fought young
Irrelevant,
Robert?
he'd still kill him.
I still think he would
Well,
win.
Well,
win.
Martin
Oh, it's just
said...
something cool to talk about. 'cause it's
No,
badass.
Martin said that between Barristan and Dane, that it's a toss-up, but if Dane has Dawn, then Dane would win. So if he's saying that Barristan's like as good as Dane, if Dane doesn't have a sword, we can arguably come to
Yeah,
a
but-
conclusion that Barristan Selmy would Shrek young Robert.
Probably.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I'm still in the
I
conclusion
think you're
that
underestimating Barristan.
I'm still in the conclusion Barristan would win anyways. So.
People overestimate the current Barristan and they underestimate the young Barristan. Like, everyone thinks that Barristan as a really old man would, like, take down anyone. I think if he was young, he would take down anyone, but when he's old, he's slowed down and a bit weaker.
Oh, I have a good one. This is a good one.
Oh, what? Yeah. Well, the next question. It's from
yeah.
Jon Snow, the most chill Lord Commander in Westeros, and I think it's directed.
It's
at
directed
McCracken.
to McCracken.
Why are you such a fuck knuckle?
Yeah, McCracken answered that question.
It just comes from being around all of you people. It's really ruined
Don't
me. I was a
blame
much
us.
happier person,
You
so I had to
people.
put
What's
up
that
with all
supposed
of
to
you.
mean? You
Um,
sis- oh.
It's just because McCracken doesn't like Silvio for
Okay. Oh, this is a good
It's
question as
Fuck,
well.
This is.
Who wants
you
to read
watched
this
it?
one out?
No,
I
wait,
will
can we
read this
can we
one.
can we not read this one just yet? That's the last question. We got to do the other
Okay.
ones
Yeah,
first.
so you're talking about the
Okay. Well, you got a lot of ones from Daniel von Pastor.
Yeah.
Do you think
okay.
drinking wildfire is a good idea?
Absolutely, 420 blazer, mate.
I'm not a
Yeah.
Targaryen. I'm not
Hardens the
stupid.
insides. You were soft, now she'll make you hard like
Do
me.
you think Aeron Blightflame is a dragon? No, I don't.
I know that you're the admin of Aryan Brightflame. No, he was a mad fool.
Do you like my pages? I think
No.
you
I
was,
reluctantly
Just say no, we
admit that
don't.
I enjoy.
Just no,
Alright.
we don't.
Do you like-
Actually, I was going through on a page that I help admin on. It's a King in the North page,
all right.
and he apparently, in my absence of really doing anything on any of my pages, had become an admin there. For whatever reason, the head admin let him be one. And I was reading through old messages, clearing them out, because I hate just the clutter of it. And there was a section where he apparently had went and fucked off on the page and like got into some argument with someone, so they fired him. And was talking about how shit of an admin he was. And then I was like, well, he's gotten fired from this. And they're like, good luck trying to get on with any other pages.
What is this, Malcolm?
It was a King of the North page that he apparently had admin on for like a brief moment.
Who?
As
Daniel von Pascal.
Yeah, because I think I'm gonna try to go to the page really quick and read everything if I still have it. I don't think I deleted it.
Hashtag
yeah,
admin
you were-
drama.
Then he asked if we like him, and he has a Sabaton cover photo. So
I'm
He,
just gonna say
and
no on
apparently-
principle.
He's had a bunch of issues just like giving random spoilers out and just stupid stuff.
Do you like my pages? Well, he asked for a share once, and I don't think we responded.
we never respond because we're lazy, primarily.
Basically.
Yeah, it
that-
wasn't out of malice why we didn't respond. We just couldn't be bothered.
Because I remember I asked you
Alright.
guys once, I was like, do we do share for series? You're like, we can. And I was like, we're behind on a lot already. I don't really want to go looking through.
I'm not gonna give anyone any shares anymore because of McCracken today.
You want to
He
tell
comes
that story?
in. He comes in asking, "Let's share each other's pages," and so I share his on my 1,001 pages, and I'm waiting for him to share mine back. Nothing, not a thing. And finally, I go, and then he comes in and is like, "Oh, I'm banned. I can't post or anything, but I can message people."
Like, every day I look at it, and it's like, in March, Dorne Martell asked for one. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And now it's like almost the end of April, and I didn't do it yet. So,
So
we
want to
got a
go to
question on Noi,
Christopher's
literally just
question?
now.
Do we have any
We got a
questions
question
from?
We do have a question from Noi.
Do we? Is it?
I have
Is
a
it
question
here?
from,
It's 7 minutes
Rhaegar.
ago. Right.
7 minutes ago.
These are gonna have to answer these ones quickly because time
Okay.
constraints.
yeah.
How far do you think Missandei and Grey Worm's thing will go on?
until Grey Worm dies.
Hopefully
Yeah,
not past
that's
That's not
episode
a
4.
distance.
3 episodes.
Well, there's
that's my
a shot
guess.
in the trailer of them like
there's-
lying on each other, so I think it's got to go pretty far.
Yeah.
No,
Annoying.
please. 3 episodes. That's my guess.
I say 2.
I wager season 7.
Just at the end, it's just them sitting on a beach holding hands.
I wager that the final scene of the final episode is all of Westeros just covered in desolation and carnage, and then you just see the Sunday and Grey Worm sitting and cradling each other.
Alright.
The only
And the next
appropriate
one?
answer to that
And
question is too long.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where do you think Sansa's going? Which I would say she's gonna get tongue raped by Theon under Ramsay's order, and then Ramsay's gonna rape her too.
Where do
And
you
then
think
Alex
Sansa's
Graves is
going?
going to look.
And then
I
Alex
think
Graves
she's
is gonna
going-
tell us it turned consensual.
Yeah.
Well, is he asking like the books of the show? I'm assuming
Alex
the show.
Graves is going
I'm
to play Theon in
assuming
that
the
scene.
show.
In the books, we've already discussed where we think she's going.
Yeah, because
in
we
the
said we're discussing episode 2 today, so.
in episode 2 or 3 of the podcast, we discuss like where we think she's going to go.
So, are we going to do Christopher's question?
Of course.
Everyone needs
Wait,
to
wait,
answer
wait,
this.
wait, wait,
alright?
wait.
Oh, wait, we'll do that
Everyone
one
has
last,
to
no
answer
matter what.
Alton, do you have questions?
Yeah, so one person posted one on Rhaegar Targaryen, just kind of bringing up Lady Stoneheart a little bit. They were just more asking if the show is going to even bother to tie up any loose ends involving the part where she would have played, kind of with the Brotherhood, since we have.
I don't know,
nothing-
because we haven't had any mention of the Riverlands or the Freys or.
Well, he's asking what our opinion on if we think anything will happen with the Brotherhood or if she'll be introduced, and then pretty much the cutting of the Greyjoys, Mannerleys.
Well, I know that, like, Lancel was supposed to fuck off at one point to the Riverlands, right? If I remember correctly. Like, Jaime has a dinner somewhere where Lancel's also there.
Castle Dowry. Castle
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah. Which I'm just assuming is not going to happen. Like, to me, it looks like Lancel's going to stay with the High Sparrow and King's Landing. Yeah, the
Gonna be a
Riverlands
little
are, like,
bad.
the biggest toss-up for me with the show. Like, I have no fucking idea what they're doing with the Riverlands.
I
They're
don't.
not a
I think they've
toss-up.
just
They're
like
not doing anything with them.
there's been no mention of Freys or the.
Maybe maybe they could combine the Riverlands with the Iron Islands.
I think that happened in the actual fucking history, but I was gonna say, Yeah,
That's
the
something to
phrase,
say.
the phrase seems to be kind of doing a karma Houdini because they're not because there's no Stoneheart at all.
Did you say
Yeah.
Houdini?
Karma Houdini, yeah, it's a TV
Here,
trope.
Can I look up the definition of a Houdini?
Yeah, go on.
Do it. I do
Alright.
it.
Urban Dictionary. Here we go.
That's tvtropes.com. Probably works
TV
better.
tropes you want, karma Houdini.
No, Houdini Urban
Describe
Dictionary.
it. Tim, while
A
McCracken
Houdini
looks up
can
his fucked
also refer to a sex act where a male who is fucking a chick doggy style in front of a first floor window quickly pulls out and his friend jumps to his aid and spits on his partner's back.
What?
Karma Houdini is just where like you do a bad thing and then nothing bad happens to you instead.
right.
Yeah,
I kind of assumed that.
so it basically means like in the plot where it will make narrative sense for them, or not necessarily narrative sense actually. It basically they get away with doing a bad thing and then they never actually get their comeuppance at any point.
And now,
Alright.
for the true
Alright.
part of
Everyone
the
has
podcast
to
everyone's
answer
waiting
this.
for, this
Who's
will be
gonna
the
read it?
peak. I'll do it.
You all have to answer this.
This will be the peak right here of the entire podcast. All of them. This is the highest quality that we could have ever hoped to strive for.
Only Alex Graves could do better.
Well,
Will you-
I like this question.
Will
get
you
to the bloody
watch
question.
Game of Thrones hotties, Marjorie, Sansa, Cersei, etc., doing tentacle porn in real life with a kraken, in a heartbeat?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes. Just all of them.
It depends.
Yes.
Well,
Is the
You are a
Kraken
kraken.
like?
What do you
is
mean
the-
it depends? You're going to be in
Is
it.
the Kraken me or is it Cthulhu?
You want which one do you want it to be? It can be both.
It's a Kraken.
Well, either
It's
one
just a
works.
Kraken.
I'd be really happy if I was that Kraken.
Oh yeah, it's probably going to be you because after Cthulhu comes in, they're broke for life. They can't use them again.
I thought, but isn't Cthulhu a blessing, not a curse?
They're gonna
Jesus,
be
never on Cthulhu again.
Raving. They're going to be raving mad after.
What would
They're not
happen
gonna
if
be-
Cthulhu and Shrek met up with each other?
oh my
get-
god!
All right, I think that's the.
I don't that bombshell.
I think.
I would definitely watch that video because of who's in it. And I would be the Kraken, of course.
That would be good. I think we'd all
Many
enjoy
faps
that.
would be given.
Yeah. I could probably just give up on all other kinds of porn and just
Exactly, that's all you
have
need.
That. Yeah.
What if Cthulhu joined?
Yes.
And on that somewhat interesting and not an R-rated bombshell.
That's X-rated. You idiot.
That's it for this show.
Yeah,
Everyone,
Well, is there
Play
anything
your
left for
outros.
an episode to discuss?
no, there
We
isn't.
did the whole
because
episode.
Everyone
Seems-
have your outros.
Bye, cocksuckers.
Goodbye.
Ow.
A cup like Donald Noy. This is the Donald Noy Hostile Takeover podcast.
Magnemite is
Were
better.
you trying to do a Japanese voice there? Just
Hi.
Are you going to
Oh
crash
my
this
God.
podcast with no
Oh, come
survivors?
on, Donald Noy.
my honor is offended.
ignoring racist like impressions. Malcolm,
Yes.
I've dishonored myself.
say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye.
From Oberyn, Magnemite, Sons of the Harpy, Rhaegar Targaryen.
You're not going to see Malcolm next week. That's why he's saying goodbye, because we're going to kill him.
I didn't spoil
Kraken.
anything.
I didn't either. Yay.
Me neither.
McCracken.
The
Yeah, you
Kraken
get
say
the
goodbye.
We're gonna, because he's got his life's gonna go downhill. He's gonna get addicted to crack and then start doing tentacle porn. Whatever. the scene-
I have to go film my video with
He's gotta
the
move
Game
to
of
Japan.
Thrones characters.
Hey, can I say something really quick?
Go on.
Just a random warning for anyone. I was reading the Admins Without Banners page, and the Stannis is Love, Stannis is Life page decided to give a pretty big spoiler in a picture that they showed, so you might want to stay away from that page. Unless
Oh
you
yeah,
want
I was,
episode
meaning,
4.
I was meaning to drop that meme onto Sir Barristan the Badass.
Can I? As
No.
Sons of the Harpy?
Well,
can
discuss
you do it and say that Phil
right.
McCracken sends his
Goodbye,
regards since
McCracken.
he's
Yes.
back?
Yes, I can.
Goodbye. McCracken says goodbye.
Bye.
And lastly, our guest, Sean, admin of Arya and Gendry, no shipping zone. Go look at the page. Plug, more plugging.
You like plugging,
Yes.
don't you?
It's been a pleasure.
He has to
having
go
you.
back to his.
Yes,
Oh,
thank you for
Resident-
being on the episode today.
Yeah.
Resident Sansa
Well-
lover. Figured it'd be good to have.
Well, this has been Shrek broadcasting from his swamp. Um,
In Otherwood, Scotland.
goodbye.
Have a safe trip home to your swamp.
Get fucked.